Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the latest episode of Talk. So today is the last. We just finished the last day of the NBA regular season, and we just got all of seeds, and finally we can calculate the winning probability to get a championship. And I need to say, this year, each teams are very close. Like from the first seeds even to the 10th seeds. Actually, I think their strength is their strength actually is not like too much difference, and we can just find that, especially in Western Conference, because you can find the Oklahoma City Thunders, Denver Nuggets, and Minnesota Timberwolves, and they just got the same winning games before the last games happened, and for the last game, and we just finally got the Thunders got number one, got the first seed, and Denver Nuggets got a second seed, and the Timberwolves, because they lose the last game, so they only got third seed. Actually, very competitive. So before I share my winning probability to get championship, let me just share about the all the seeds this year for both Western Conference and Eastern Conference. Okay, so for the Western Conference, so I just said the first seed is Oklahoma Thunders. They got 57 wins and 25 losses. And the second seed is Denver Nuggets, and they also got 57 wins and 25 losses. Nuggets got the second seed just because they only got 1 wins and 3 losses to versus the Thunders. And the third seed is Minnesota Timberwolves, and actually they got the first seed for a long time this season, and just because Karl Anthony Towns got injured in the second half of season, so but they still maintain the top 3, so it is not easy to do that. And the fourth seed is Los Angeles Clippers. They got 51 wins and 31 losses. And for number 5, the fifth seed is Dallas Mavericks. So they got 50 wins and 32 losses. And so actually, Mavericks played very well in the second half of season. So this is why they still can maintain their competitiveness. Okay, so for the sixth seed is the Phoenix Suns. They got 49 wins and 33 losses, and these 6 teams are actually is already in the playoffs. So for number 10, for number 7 to number 10, they should play the play-in tournament first, and then choose 2 teams into the playoffs. So the 7th seed is New Orleans Pelicans. They also got 49 wins and 33 losses. And number 8 is Los Angeles Lakers. They got 47 wins and 35 losses. And number 9 is Sacramento Kings. They got 46 wins and 36 losses. And the 10th seed is Golden State Warriors. They also got 46 wins and 36 losses. So you can see there are only 11. They only have 11 wins for the gap between the first seeds and the 10th seeds. So actually they didn't have. So actually the roster of the Thunders and the Golden State Warriors actually they have a similar competitive. They don't have a huge difference between them. And actually, for Golden State Warriors, is the most strong 10th seeds in the all NBA history. And okay, so for East Conference, actually, for the Celtics is a unicorn in the East Conference. And then from the second seeds until the 8th seeds, actually they are very close. So they only got four games difference. So they are very close. So the first seeds for the Eastern Conference is Boston Celtics. They got 64 wins and 18 losses. Actually, this is the best standings in the NBA this year. And the second seed is New York Knicks. Do you believe that? Wow! New York Knicks got the second seed in the Eastern Conference. They got 50 wins and 32 losses. And the third seed is Milwaukee Bucks. They got 49 wins and 33 losses. Because Milwaukee Bucks, I think they didn't play well for their level. Just because actually they just play not bad in the beginning of the season, but I think there are some conflict between the head coaches and their superstars, that is Giannis and Dame, and then Bucks fired their head coaches, and they announced their new head coaches is Doc Rivers. Okay, Doc Rivers. I don't think they can play very well for this year, and yeah, actually they only got 49 wins, and only got the third seed this season. Okay, and then for the fourth seed is Cleveland Cavaliers. They got 48 wins and 34 losses. And the fifth seed is Orlando Magic. Wow, another surprise, right? Because Orlando Magic, they play very well. They play very well, come from back, And they got the fifth seed this year. And they got 47 wins and 75 losses. And number 6 is Indiana Pacers. And they also got 47 wins and 70. Why I call 30 always call 70? And 35 loses. And the 7th seed is 76ers. They also got 47 wins and 35 loses. And for 76ers, that's just because They only got 7 seeds just because Joel Embiid got injured in the half of season. Because Joel Embiid played very well in the beginning of season. He also got like 70, got 30, maybe 36 points or 37. I totally forgot, but and also he has, before he got injured, he has the highest probability to get the MVP. So for Joel Embiid, finally got 34.7 points and 11 rebounds and 5.6 assists. Actually, as a center, he got 5.6 assists. Actually, is very well. And also he also got a 70 points game in this season versus San Antonio Spurs. But he got injured and 76ers played without Embiid for like 2 months, I think. Yeah, so even though Joel come back in the end of season, but they still only got number 7 just because Eastern Conference actually is still very competitive. So for the 8th seed is Miami Heat. For Miami Heat, and they also got 46 wins and 36 losses. So you can see for the 2nd seed, New York Knicks, and to the 8th seed, they only got 4 games difference. Actually, they have a similar performance, And 9th seed is the Chicago Bulls, and the 10th seed is Atlanta Hawks. They only got 36 wins and 34 wins only. So even though they're still in the playing tournament, but I don't think they have enough competitive to beat the team I mentioned above. So this is all the seeds for both Eastern and Western Conference. And then let me show for the each phases of the playoff this year. So the first one is the playing tournament. So for the West Conference, the first one will be number. So let me share the 9th seed and the 10th seed first. Kings and Warriors. I think Kings still can beat the Warriors, because actually, even though Warriors got 46 wins this year, but actually they play like unstable, Sometimes they play good, but sometimes I don't know why they just lose some easy games. I don't know why, but just because Warriors played well in the end of season, so they got a chance to get into the playing tournament. So in these phases, I think Kings will beat the Warriors. And the next one, so for 7th seed and 8th seed, I think Lakers will beat the Pelicans. And actually there's a thing. The last game for the Los Angeles Lakers is versus Pelicans. So you can see that game as a preview of the playing tournament, for their playing tournament, and Lakers just beat the Pelicans in the last game. And also for the Lakers, actually, and for the next thing, Lakers is a very interesting teams. Because every teams can like Lakers can beat a strong team, but they still can lose to the worst team. So every team versus Lakers, I think they still have a 50% of the winning percentage. Yeah. But I believe Lakers will win the first game, and they will got the 7 seeds for Lakers, and for the 8th seeds, the Pelicans versus Kings. Yeah, that is more harder, But I think Pelicans I think have a little more chance, I think. But actually these 4 teams are very close, For the Pelicans, for the Lakers, both of them have a chance to become the 7th seeds and 8th seeds, and as well as the Kings and Warriors, they have enough chance to get the 8th seeds. Yeah. But for the Eastern Conference, they have something different. So the first game is also very, competitive, because it will become 76ers and Miami Heat. They will got the 7 seeds if they win this game. Yeah. But I think 76ers have a more strong rotation, even though Miami Heat has Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler can do everything in the playoffs. Yeah, but I think even though they just lose the first game in the playing tournament, I think Miami Heat still can still win the second game and to get the 8th seeds, because both Chicago Bulls or Atlanta Hawks, I think both of them are very hard to beat the Miami Heat and Jimmy Butler. Yeah. So for the probability to get into the playoffs, so for Pelicans, I think they got 74.6% to get into the playoffs. Yeah, and for Lakers, I think they got 78.8% and to get into the playoffs. And for Sacramento Kings, they got 27.3%. And for Warriors, they got 19.2%. And for Eastern Conference, is for 76ers, I think they got 83.5% to get into the playoffs. And Miami Heat also got 80.4% to get into the playoffs. And for Chicago Bulls, it's got 19.1% to get into the playoffs. And also for Atlanta Hawks, it's only 16.9%. And for the first round of the playoffs, and another interesting fact, even though Founders got the first seed and the Nuggets got the second seed, but Thunder is a very young team, and they didn't have any like playoff experience. So so for every teams they want to they want to versus Thunder instead of Nuggets because winning because like win to versus Thunder can have a more chance to win a series, but even though Thunder still have more chance to get to the next round because they are first seeds. We cannot underestimate it in the first seeds, So for the Thunders, the potential candidate will be Pelicans, Lakers, Kings, and Warriors. But I think for these four teams, I think Thunder can beat them and get to the next round. Yeah, because they have SGA and they have Jalen Williams and also they have Chet Holmgren. Yeah. Also SGA is almost the MVP level. It is very hard to beat them. Yeah, and the second seeds will be the Denver Nuggets, and their potential to versus Pelicans or Lakers, but I think it is not hard for them to beat the Lakers and Pelicans. So, for last year, for Western Conference Finals, Denver just swept the Lakers out for 4-0, because even though for Anthony Davis, it is very hard to streak the performance of Nikola Jokic. Yeah, and not only Nikola Jokic, they also have Jamal Murray, and they also have Michael Porter Jr. Both of them have a good offensive performance, and also they have Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon is also have an important role in their teams. Yeah, so I think it's easy to get to the next round for the Nuggets, and the next one will be the Timberwolves versus Phoenix Suns, and I think I will choose Timberwolves to get into the next round. Yeah, but I don't think Timberwolves will get it to the next round very easy. Just because Phoenix Suns is actually very competitive teams. Yeah, but I think for offense they have Anthony Edwards. I think he's one of the best shooting guard in the league, and also Devin Booker is also another one of the best shooting guard. So I think they will. So I think also in this game, you also can decide which one will be the best shooting guard in this league. And also for defense, they have Rudy Gobert, and also they have Towns if Towns can come back, and Towns can also have some offense ability. Yeah. So even though for Phoenix they have KD, but they have Devin Booker and they have Bradley Beal, but after the three, I don't think they have a good bench rotation to beat the Timberwolves. And the next one is the fourth seed is the Clippers, and the fifth seed is Dallas Mavericks. So for this one, I think Mavericks will beat the Clippers. Yeah, the first one, I think Mavericks played very well for the second half of season. Yeah, and also Luka Doncic also played more better compared to the first half of season, and I think no one can restrict him in his offense performance. And also they have Kyrie Irving, and Kyrie Irving is also played very well. I think they got at least 25 points in the second half of the season. Yeah, also they have some 3D players for the Mavericks. So I think even though they only have Doncic and Irving, the two superstars, is less than Clippers, but I think the whole rotation is more suitable for Doncic. And we can see the Clippers, but for the Clippers, even though they have Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook, but Paul George and James Harden, both of them are always placed more worse than regular season, and also for Clippers, I think they don't have enough good rotation to beat Mavericks without these four superstars. So for this combination, I think Dallas Mavericks will beat the Clippers. So this is the first round of the West Conference. And for East Conference, for the Celtics. So for the Celtics, I think their potential potential competitor will be 76ers, Miami Heat, or Chicago Bulls or Atlanta Hawks. But basically, we can just almost focus on 76ers and Miami Heat, and I think it will be, even though Celtics will win the game, but I don't think they will win very easily. And for the same situation as well as the New York Knicks. And for New York Knicks, I think New York Knicks, I think they have a high probability to lose in the first round, just because their competitor is the 76ers or Miami Heat. I think for the Knicks, they play very well for the regular season, but sorry, they just made the 76ers and Miami Heat. I think currently Knicks is very I think for New York Knicks, they still very hard to beat both of them. And the third seed is Milwaukee Bucks, and they will versus the Indiana Pacers. Yeah. I think, but theoretically, the Bucks will beat the Pacers. But don't forget it, I just mentioned before, their head coach is Doc Rivers. But so I don't think Doc Rivers can make this series too easy to go. You know, I think it will become a very competitive series, or they just lose a series. But I think for Giannis, he has a very strong burden for him, just because they lost the first round for last year. They lose the Miami Heat. I think they didn't want to lose the first round for 2 years. So I think Bucks still can win the series. And for the last combination, I think the last combination is Cavaliers versus Magic. I think Cavaliers will get into the second round. Yeah. Even though Cavaliers actually, even though Orlando Magic, I think they don't have any playoff experience, but Cavaliers, I think it's a little better. They still have 1 year playoff experience, and several players have some experience in the playoffs, even though they didn't play very well, such as Donovan Mitchell. But I think it's not very hard for them to win the first round. Okay, so let me just repeat again. Let me just repeat again for every winners in the first round. So I think the Thunders, for the Western Conference, I think Thunders, Nuggets, Timberwolves, and Mavericks will win the first round. And for Eastern Conference, I think Celtics and 76ers or Heats, Bucks, and Cavaliers. Yeah. And for the second round, so let me just use these 8 teams I just mentioned. So for the second round, your high probability to become the Thunder versus Mavericks. So I think it will become very interesting. Yeah, because Luka Doncic and SGA are also the young superstars, and I think also both of them are the MVP level players. Yeah. And I think it will become very interesting. Yeah, I think this series, I think it will go 50-50, you know. So for the whole rotation, I think Thunder is a little better, but Mavericks, they have Luka Doncic, and they have more they have more playoff experience for them, and also actually they just play into the Western Conference Finals in 2022. So it is very hard, but for me, I will choose Mavericks into the Western Finals, and they will got 4-3 and they will win 4, and they will got 4-3 in this round. And another combination is for another combination, I think, is Nuggets versus Timberwolves. Yeah, I think it is also very competitive, because actually Timberwolves I think Timberwolves is the one of the most suitable teams to restrict the Denver Nuggets and the Nikola Jokic, because they have two tall men, and even though the Timberwolves is not a top tier team, but I think Timberwolves is the most suitable teams to beat the Nuggets. But I don't know Karl Anthony Towns will come back. Whether Karl Anthony Towns will come back in this round. So I still choose Nuggets will win in this round. And for Eastern Conference, the Boston Celtics will versus the Cavaliers. So I think for Celtics, I think it's very easy for them to beat the Cavaliers. So I think they have a high probability to get into the East, the final of the East Conference, and they must also win the first two rounds. Yeah, and another combination will become Bucks versus Heat or 76ers, and also I don't know. I think these three teams have the same probability to have almost the same probability to get to the next round now. I know it is very hard to choose. But so if I need to choose one, I still choose the Bucks because they got the highest seeds. But I think three of them have a similar probability to get the next round. Okay, so for the third round, which is also the conference finals, and for the Western Conference, I think there are high probabilities to get Denver Nuggets versus Dallas Mavericks, or Nuggets versus Founders. But I think there are still have some a little higher is to become the Nuggets versus Mavericks. So it will become the second time the Dallas Mavericks get into the Western Conference Finals. But even that, I can't think that Mavericks have some. I don't think. Yeah, I just say before, like, that the Timberwolves is the most suitable teams to be the Denvers. So even in this condition, Denver Nuggets still win the series. But I think in this round, I think Denver Nuggets will got the final Western Conference championship. Yeah, but I don't think they will win very easy, at least 4-2 or 4-3. Yeah. And for Eastern Conference, will become Celtics versus Sixers or Miami Heat or Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah. So, but I don't think they can beat the Celtics. Yeah. But I don't think all these three teams can beat the Celtics, except like injuries or some like bizarre reasons that for Celtics themselves. Otherwise, I think Celtics will get the Eastern Conference Finals. And for the NBA Finals, I think it will become high probabilities to become Denver Nuggets versus Boston Celtics. And it is very hard to predict, I think these two teams both of them have a very similar probability to win the championship. But this time I will choose Boston Celtics. I've said for several reasons, but first one, because Boston they win the 64 wins. It is the best standing record for whole NBA. And also Denver Nuggets, they won the championship for last year. So I think let me just choose another teams to get a championship. So this is why I choose the Boston Celtics. But let me just repeat again, because these two are very close. So it is not strange that that Nuggets beats the Celtics. But this time I will choose Boston Celtics to win the championship. Yeah. So this is my analysis. This is my analysis for the NBA playoffs this year. So let me just get my final power rankings for these 20 teams. Okay, so for number 20, of course, Atlanta Hawks, and their probability to win the championship is 0.009%. And number 19 is Chicago Bulls. The winning percentage is only 0.1%. 0.1%. And for number 18 is Golden State Warriors. It's only got 0.6% to win the NBA Finals. And even though Golden State is only at 0.6%, but for Warriors, it is the highest winning percentage to get a championship for the 10th seeds. And this is number 18. And for number 17 is Sacramento Kings. The winning percentage is 1.1%. And number 16 is New Orleans Pelicans. Only got 2.5%. And number 15 is Orlando Magic. It got 2.7% to win the championship. Number 14 is Los Angeles Lakers. It's got 3.3% to win the NBA championship. Number 13. Number 13 is Indiana Pacers. They got 3.7% to win the championship. Number 12. Number 12 is Cleveland Cavaliers. No, number 12 is New York Knicks. It's got 4.1% to win the championship. Number 11 is Cleveland Cavaliers. It's 4.4% to win the championship. Number 10th. For number 10th is Phoenix Suns. It got 5.9% to win championship. Number 9. Number 10th. Number 10th is Miami Heat, 5.1%. Number 9 is Phoenix Suns. Yeah, 5.9%. Number 8. Number 8 will give to number 8 goes to Los Angeles Clippers. They got 6.4% to win the NBA championship. Number 7 will goes to number 7 will goes to Oklahoma City Thunders. They got 6.4% to win the NBA championship. And also for the Thunders, actually is the lowest winning probability to win the championship for the West Conference in the past 10 years. And for number 6 will goes to Philadelphia 76ers. You got 6.5% to win the champion. And number 5 will goes to Milwaukee Bucks. You got 6.8% to win the championship. Number 4 will goes to number 5 will go Dallas Mavericks, 6.7. And number 4 will goes to Milwaukee Bucks, 6.8%. And number 3 will goes to Minnesota Timberwolves, who got 7.8%. Number 2 will becomes to Denver Nuggets, becomes 12.2% to win the championship. And number 1 is Boston Celtics, which becomes 13.4%. So you can see, actually, most of them are very close. The winning percentage are very close, and it's still also a very competitive year. And also another thing we can see, the championship will become the Western teams to win the championship. The probability of the Western, the probability to win the championship for West Conference is 53.1%. Actually, it is the highest probability in the past 5 years. And also for East Conference, it's only 46.9% to win a championship. Yeah. Okay, so this is for my total analysis for the NBA playoffs in this season. Okay. We still have a little. We still have a little bit time, and let me just share about another sports news, and just the MLB start their regular seasons, and I think they just play around 10 to 15 games since the opening season, and we can find some interesting facts in their standings. And actually, New York Yankees, they play very well. They got 12 wins and 4 losses. They got 75 winning percentage. They got a first place in the American East. Hope they can just maintain their competitive until the end of season. And the second place, of course, Orioles and Tampa Bay Rays. I think not bad. And we can see Toronto Blue Jays. They got 8 wins and 8 losses, 50 percentage, and they just got the last place in the American East. What a competitive division! And another noticeable thing is the American Central. The first place of American Central is Cleveland Guardians. They got 10 wins and 5 losses, 66.7 winning percentage. Okay, it's okay, just because they played very well in 2 years ago, which is 2022. But very interesting. The second place in American Central is Kansas City Royals. Wow, can you believe that? Because Royals, they just lose the 100 games in last year, and currently they got 10 wins and 6 losses. Winning percentage is 62.5%. They got second place, and the third place. Wow, what amazing! Detroit Tigers. 9 wins, 6 losses, and they got 60% for their winning percentage. Wow, what an amazing opening season! So I hope, and the fourth seed is Minnesota Twins, 6 wins, 8 losses, 42.9 winning percentage. Of course not good, but it's still in the beginning. So I think they will come back. I think they will come back after a few weeks, and the last is Chicago White Sox, because they just need to rebuild their teams. 2 wins and 13 losses. And for American West, let me see. American West. So the first place is Texas Rangers. For Texas Rangers, yeah, but they only got 8 wins, 8 losses, 50% winning percentage. And the second place, do you believe that? Los Angeles Angels. And third place, Oakland A's. And actually they play very well for them. They got 7 wins and 9 losses, 43.8 winning percentage. Yeah, I think this standings is, of course, not too good for other teams, but for Oakland A's, wow, very well. And the last two is Seattle Mariners, 6 wins and 10 losses. Houston Astros, 6 wins and 11 losses. But just the beginning, and so I think these two teams are just they they are playoff teams, so I think they will come back in after a few weeks or even for a few months. Okay, for National League. First one is Atlanta Braves. Of course, 9 wins and 5 losses, 64.3% winning percentage. And the second seed is Philadelphia Phillies, 8 wins, 8 losses. Not bad. New York Mets, 7 wins, 8 losses. So. Washington got 6 wins, 9 losses, 40%. Not bad for them. But Miami Marlins, I don't know. Last year they just got over 50 winning percentage, but currently they only got 3 wins and 13 losses, only 18.8 winning percentage. That's strange. And for National Central, for first seed is Milwaukee Brewers. It's got 10 wins and 4 losses, 71.4 winning percentage. Very good. And next one, Pittsburgh Pirates, 11 wins and 5 losses, 68.8 winning percentage. They play very well for them. But for last year, but I remember last year they also played very well in the beginning of season, but then they just become worse. And finally they got like 41 or 42 winning percentage in the end of season. But I think for last season, I think they have a huge improve for them. And this year I think they will get them. They also got another improve. I don't think they can maintain this performance until the end of season, but I think they can get over 45 winning percentage, even to, and they also can challenge 50% winning percentage. Yeah. And another one is Chicago Cubs, and currently they got 60% winning percentage. And also Cincinnati Reds is also got 9 wins, 6 lose, 60 percentage. What a competitive division. Wow. So as well as Cincinnati, I don't think they can maintain this performance very well, but I think they have a chance to challenge the playoffs. I think this is a more suitable goals for them this year. And the last place is St. Louis Cardinals. They got 7 wins and 9 losses. Not too bad, but they're still in the last place, just because other 4 teams play very well in the beginning of seasons. And for the last division is National West. Of course, the first place is LA Dodgers. They got 11 wins and 7 losses and 61.1 winning percentage. And I think no one feels very no one. I think everyone think this is very normal. And the next one is San Diego Patriots and Arizona Diamondbacks. They got 50% winning percentage, not bad. And next one is San Francisco Giants. They got 6 wins and 10 losses, 73.5 winning percentage. I think they need time to have some adjustments. And the last place is Colorado Rockies, 4 wins and 12 losses, and 25% winning percentage. Yeah, I don't know when they can come back to the playoffs. Okay, so this is the this is the short news for the every team's every team's situation in the beginning of the season, and finally we just congratulations, Taiwanese pitcher Kai Wei Tian, called Deng Kai Wei, get into the major leagues. Congratulations! He is the 17th Taiwanese players to get into the major leagues, and congratulations to him, and hope him can just stay in the major league for the whole seasons and next few seasons. And currently his role is a reliever pitcher, and for several innings. And for currently he just pitched in 3 games, and for 10 innings, and he got the 6.3 ERA. Not too good, but also not too bad, as we see, as not as bad as the statistics we say, the statistics we watch. Actually, he played. I think he's become better and better, and I hope that he just maintain his performance and just stay in the major league until the end of season. Yeah, congratulations again. And okay, so this is the end of the episode of the talk, and see you next time. Bye.